today is day 1 of the Skill Capped Challenge. So the way that I think we are going to be going about this is we are gonna kind of combo it with Aim Labs and Skill Cap videos. Do 2 Aim Lab events and then do 1 or 2 videos. Kind of see, we'll feel it out. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how long we want to do that for when we're feeling good. And then we're going to head into Valorant. And if there's a video in there talking about how to start out in Valorant, I'll follow that. But I think what I'll do is I'll do more normal, like 3-4-ish death matches. And then switch over to unrated, which we haven't done in a long time. And try to get a feel there before moving into comp. So right now, that's the plan, everybody. We're going to go ahead and get that started. If you want, you can actually watch this video because it does consider gold a low elo, or what's called elo hell. It's a guide. It follows, it focuses on ascent, but it talks about how to basically not let bad teammates screw you over in games, how to overcome that, how to play off of it and come out on top. So for the most part, I'm only going to be showing bits and pieces of the skill cap videos just because, I don't own the rights to these videos. That's how they make their money. They put a lot of time and effort and investment into these videos. And I don't have, without their permission, I'm not just going to give it out there and use it for my own content. I'll use the bits and pieces that are pertinent to me that I'm using for these videos and for the content. But for the most part, it'll skip through the videos unless it's something that I'm going to be actively doing or implementing, and or like my little recaps that I might be doing. So just so you guys know what's happening. Sweet. All right, let's keep going. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right into the skill cap videos. We're starting off with proper aim. A little aim tutorial, help me get better aim, smooth it out a little bit, and see what we can learn. So let's get into it. All right.
For aim, there's so many different techniques required, and an even smaller number of players have mastered them. One of those players is Cryocells. First up, from watching Cryocells, he's actually one of the most patient players in the scene. He's not one to just run in there and frag his mind out. If you find yourself having to move your mouse a lot during duels, chances are you aren't doing enough prep for the duel in regards to crosshair placement and reading the enemy's move. These two factors together.
If you put your crosshair in the wrong spot or don't predict on how the enemy will peek, you have to
affect how difficult an aim duel is going to be. If you put your crosshair in the wrong spot or don't predict how the enemy will peek, you'll have to make an adjustment. Most pros will knock out a player in less than 10 bullets, and if you're cryo, you can frag out with a quick burst of 3 to 5 bullets. Also ensure he only shoots high-quality, accurate bullets. A good way to practice this is to focus on burst-firing enemies, either in the practice range or in deathmatch. Aim to get a frag within those shots, and if you don't, stop shooting, reset your recoil, and go again. One of the most popular ways the pros warm up their flick shots is by going into the practice range and spawning a bunch of bots. From there, you want to practice doing this from close range, as well as long range. This will help you be prepared to make micro adjustments regardless of what distance you're dueling someone at. Movement plays a big role in aiming. We would love to just sit in a position and wait for the enemy to peek us, but in many situations, you're gonna have to move. One of the basic movement patterns in Valorant is shoulder peeking. This is when you gradually peek a position, making just enough movement to see a bit more ground than you did earlier. As a result, you can snag some surprise kills by using mobility to put yourself in unexpected places. Another aspect we want to highlight here is how often Cryo repositions himself. He started off pipes and dashed off, and then gets up on boxes to peek pipes and nest. After that, he drops down to maze to go for pipes. This constant repositioning keeps the enemies on their toes. You know where the enemy is, but the enemy doesn't know exactly where you're going to peek from. This makes it harder for the enemy to land their shots, and easier for you to align your crosshair in the right place to land your shot.
All right, let's get into it. All right, so right here, just showing you guys some of my aim lab warm-ups. This isn't implementing stuff from the skill cap videos, but just showing you guys some of my basic aim lab warm-ups. What I do to warm up, get ready, just get in shape for the games. And then we're gonna head right into the next video from skill capped. So here we go.
Alright, how do you maximize Yoru flashes? They're using one-way flashes. This is a one-way flash. where if I were to toss my flash here, it will swing right behind this wall and pop right here. They see the flash coming, right? You're gonna look away. And then when they are looking, while they're looking away, you are able to swing without getting flashed. So it's something like something like this, right? They're prepared, and then they see the flash coming. They'll look away, and as soon as they look away, you can swing. You can swing, and get the easy kill on them. All right. Another way you can use the flash is by sending it like straight to the ground. All right. Pretend this is a circle. Pretend this is a circle. This is a smoke. I like to stand in the middle of the smoke and look 90 degrees straight down. Pop the flash like this. And it's gonna create a pixel flash where it exits the smoke for only, I'll say roughly, it shows out of the smoke for 0.3 seconds, something like that. And enemies will practically have 0 time to react to
I don't know if it still does that.
That's how you use pixel flashes. The second last thing I want to talk about is out of the map flashes, which is also invented by ZipDie. There's one right here, where I like to sit in this corner, and I aim at this tree, right? And then I'll just toss it right here. As you can see, the flash goes really far away, and it's technically hitting the roof of this.
These are tiny. Okay. So again, here we're just doing a little bit of aim labs, just to show you guys again, you know, how I utilize aim labs, and I'm trying to use it to benefit myself, to practice, to sharpen my skills. When I'm in aim labs, I'm really trying to focus more on accuracy versus speed right now. And as my accuracy goes up, my speed will go up. So throughout these, I'm focusing on maintaining high accuracy. Obviously, there's times when I'm not doing so great, or there's things that I'm not as good at, like right here with the movement shots. I still really struggle with those. With these Valorant-based like recreation maps, they're not 100%, and the movement's not quite the same, so it can be a little difficult or feel a little awkward. But I still think they serve their purpose well. This one's nice. It's a recreation of Ascent and like pushing through and checking all the angles, which is really nice. So that's this portion of the aim labs, and we're about to get into the next skill capped video. So let's get into it. This one will be on crosshair placement. Let's get it. Let's do this.
Hey everyone, and welcome. In this guide, you will learn how to improve the fundamental skill behind pretty much everything.
Do you want to hang out and get some info?
Placement. Other skills like flicking look amazing in montages, but crosshair placement is the skill that you will use for the large majority of your gunfights. To start off, we need a definition. What is crosshair placement? And what separates good crosshair placement from bad crosshair placement? Simply put, crosshair placement is just the location, both vertically and horizontally,
Hydrate, I got you.
where you're aiming, particularly when you're not in a duel. Good crosshair placement has two components. The simpler one is the y-axis. Good crosshair placement means you are typically aiming at head height on the y-axis and ready to shoot
This
someone
potato
where
is
it does the
hydrated.
most damage. On the x-axis, good crosshair placement is a bit more tricky. It consists of finding the sweet spot between holding an angle too tight and too loose. If you're holding an angle too tight, you will have to compensate if the opponent swings wide. Likewise, holding an angle too loosely leaves you vulnerable to an enemy who does not peek that wide. There is a nice sweet spot between the two where you are not forced to compensate too much, regardless of what your opponent does. The less mouse movement there is before you shoot, the easier it is to hit your target. The more you have to move your mouse, the higher the odds of error in your shot. Let's talk about 3 things you can work on to improve your crosshair placement. First is your awareness. This sounds really simple, and it is, but being aware is extremely important to both playing well and improving in Valorant. If your crosshair placement is lacking, there is no way to actively improve it without making a conscious effort to do so. You have to remind yourself to stay focused on where you are aiming, because crosshair placement is not a skill that fixes itself. But of course, there is still a massive mechanical component to this skill, and that is mouse control. So, how do you improve mouse control? Like any mechanical skill, the only way to improve it is practice. But your skill isn't the only factor contributing to how fluid your mouse movement is. Having the correct sensitivity is crucial for being able to control your mouse smoothly. When it comes to
That's
EDPI,
a little bit higher than
we
that.
recommend an EDPI between 200 and 500, but preferably under 400. It's important to keep in mind that your sensitivity should be easy for you to control, but most pro players have it under 400 because it gives them a larger room for error. So what do you need to work on when it comes to your crosshair placement? Do you tend to lose focus and forget about proper placement? Are you always caught off guard and you need to improve your game knowledge? Or is your ability to control your mouse letting you down when you know where everything should be mentally?
I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know if I have to turn mine down. I mean, I suppose I can because I have a good bit of room, honestly. Like, we can turn it down a little bit. We'll try turning it down just a little bit. Okay, let's try it a little bit lower. Let's try a 4.8 or 0.48. So here I'm just showing you guys the way I like to warm up once I get in game in Val, and I normally just we'll do some of the range. I'll start off easy, medium, do a few rounds of that, do 1 or 2 on hard, just to, you know, keep practicing those quick flicks, those quick movements. And as you can see, I did end up turning down my sensitivity a little bit to 0.48, which I really like. I've really liked it. Here I'm just showing you guys, you know, after the range, I go into deathmatch, and I like to really just practice holding angles, clearing angles, you know, practicing, you know, checking everything, and how I'm going to try to approach pushes once I start playing real matches. And here we're going to end up starting off our first match. This was an unrated match, and I'm going to kind of skip through, just show you guys bits and pieces of the match, and show you guys the way I progressed throughout the night after doing the skill capped. And I'll do that for each game, so it's not going to be dragging on. So here we go. These are the highlights from the first game. A. Yeah, hard push A. Oof. I must have just, my aim must have been not it right there. I feel like I held that corner all right. And then just whiffed my shots. So there was one other video that I didn't put into the YouTube video, and that really went over a lot of mentality stuff and being able to step back and analyze what you're doing wrong to be able to improve your game mid-game. And that's what I'm trying to implement here. So as you can see, I took that push out of the window not very well. So I hopped out and I could challenge the Sage, but I left myself really exposed to the backside connector by their spawn, which ended up getting me killed. So here you can see that I'm trying to implement not only some of the mental, like not getting tilted and keeping a good head, and then also taking a step back, analyzing what I did wrong, and trying to analyze that, improve upon it, and continue in the game. You'll see me do that a few times here, and I start clipping like deaths, seeing what I did wrong, and you know, figuring out how to move forward, what to do better, and what to keep in mind in the next coming rounds. So we'll get back to it. I'll keep cutting to specific scenes that highlight these instances, so you guys can see the active processes. That felt much better. I felt pretty solid about the way I took that fight there. I feel like I definitely could have swung this differently. So when I'm swinging here, I got raised right about here, and then I swung super wide here to get her. I mean, granted, I was playing off the flash, but I think while I probably could have played that a little bit better, I still think I played it good.
One enemy remaining.
Raise down on B. So I put this one in here to show some of the aim stuff that was gone over in the videos, right? So I'm trying to do bursts, and I'm noticing that they're not high quality bursts, and so I'm trying to take a second, readjust, recenter them, and improve them, make them better. And here it ended up working out in my favor, and we got the win for that round.
Enemy spotted.
I'll handle this.
So here I get that 2 frag off the ult, but ultimately the play's too late and I don't have enough time to defuse a bomb, so I just kind of run away, save for the round, which is unfortunate, but not really sure how else I could have played it there. I mean, I could have tried to play it earlier, but you know, ends up just being an unfortunate play, but still think that it was a good example of being aware, you know, bursting, crosshair placement, using my flashes, and using a lot of the stuff that we had gone over in the skill cap videos. So that's why I wanted to put that one in there.
One enemy. Spike down A. Last player standing. One enemy.
Don't mess with me.
Pushing on to you, Sage.
One enemy remaining.
And so with that right there, we win the first game, and we won it really well. 12-4 is a really great win. I felt very confident about the way I played. I felt very good about the way I was holding my angles, my crosshair placement. I was hitting a lot of, you know, headshots, getting a lot of good kills. I felt like I was playing my role as a duelist well. I was fragging high. I felt very good about it. It was a very great way to start the game. I really liked starting off with unrated versus going into comp as my first game. It made me feel a lot more confident in my ability to play. So it was a great first game. You can see here the scoreboard. I went 27-7. I felt very great about that. Really boosted my confidence. Gave me a great mental going into comp. So we will start the next few games. I'm going to try to make these ones a lot quicker. You know, really just cut through to the highlights, the kills and stuff. So, all right, let's get into it. And this is the second game of the night. Don't peek yet. You have me here. Sage coming up right now.
Enemy spotted B. Spike down. One enemy remaining.
Die. You're done.
So I wanted to put this next clip in here because it really highlighted a lot of the stuff that we went over in the skill cap videos. Yeah, I wanted to put the whole play in there just to highlight some of the things, right? So there I get the good kill on Fade. I'm aware that I'm going to get pushed, so I put a telly out and I end up tellying out behind satellite, getting around being able to get the plant down, right? So I put a telly out onto heaven as a way for me to get out if I need to, right? So I have a mid push, telly up, and then I have 2 push here, which is a Sage and Raise. I get the 2K right there. I have another telly available in my fake out, so I send it out, telly over, so I have sight on bomb. Omen pushes out, and I get the clutch right there. I thought it was a really great play, and it highlighted a lot of the things that were gone over in the skill cap videos, so I wanted to put that in here to show you guys.
Anyone up?
Last player removed.
Too easy.
One enemy remaining.
You died.
Down B.
I'm back.
There is a jet.
Portal closed. Cutting through.
Almost.
Damn. Fuck.
Good as in now. Lights out.
One enemy remaining.
You're just watching.
One enemy remaining.
That's Spike.
Spike down. Attacker spawn.
Cutting through.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Awesome pushing you. Nice.
One enemy Spike plant. One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
No.
One enemy remaining. I know exactly.
70.
Spike planted.
I just had the biggest ping spike of my life. What the fuck?
One enemy remaining. Spike. One enemy remaining. One enemy remaining.
GG's guys, GG's.
Jeez.
Attackers win.
Let's go, dude.
Thank you for the win, guys.
For sure.
Die.
On that wall.
Yeah, I know.
Cutting through.
One enemy remaining.
Ooh, fucked him up. What the fuck is this?
Headshot.
Shit.
Last player standing.
Stick that.
One enemy remaining.
Well done.
Yeah.
One enemy remaining.
Got him.
Long haul. Long haul.
Killed them.
Oh, and team chat. Skeeter, get him. Get him. Get him, Skeeter. Get again. Yeah!
Last
Fuck him
round
up.
before last player
Fuck.
standing. Last player standing.
Fucking do
Out of
Both lit.
charges.
Both lit. That was unfortunate. Well done. Oh, my dick.
that. Oh, that's not. Yeah.
Oh, what?
Good as in there.
Planting, eh? One lamp.
Anyone else? Cutting through.
One enemy remaining.
Well done, my guy. Evan.
Oh, let's fucking go,
5 more. We can do this again.
bro. Yo!
Believe you won that double down after fucking TP and into both of
Oh
them looking at
shit!
you. Oh, I didn't stop running.
Idiot.
Last player
I
standing.
got heaven. Oh, that behind me?
Oh my god, no way you got out of that.
One enemy remaining.
Let's fucking go, dude.
One more heaven. Do a heaven peek and then I'll peek out. Oh, come on. Oh, one's close to bathroom. Where's there?
One enemy
Oh,
remaining.
nice, bang it. Oh,
You're
Chet's
done.
running long.
Back off.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Viper.
No. Teleport.
I'm back. Double kill.
Go B.
Time to jump.
Get out of there.
That's not my help, bro.
30 seconds.
I panicked when I saw.
One enemy remaining.
No.
Oh, come on.
Kill them.
KO is down.
Get it for 37.
One enemy remaining.
Spawn.
Double's dead.
Do I rotate or do I stay?
Yeah, Viper's in there.
Homie TP in, my bad.
One enemy remaining.
Dead.
One of them's AFK. Yeah, they're so done.
You died last.
Let's go. Holy shit, boys. 26 and 10.
Go.
Let's go.
Nice job, man.
Drop. Wow, he literally saw me from there.
Careful, drop.
I hit her 40. That's crazy that I didn't. I didn't know that either. Bro. Oh, what?
Wait, what?
Oof.
Nice try.
Did not keep that up. Quite.
Yeah.
Oh wow, he's actually can't. Nice.
One enemy remaining.
Nice shot.
30 seconds left. Last player.
Bruh.
One enemy remaining.
Nice shot.
Oh, back there.
Nice.
Got her.
She's still sitting there.
Oh.
Anyone else?
I got the assist.
Reloading.
That's
Time
Toby.
to jump.
Big wall, big shot.
Straight for
40.
no chance.
Bruh.
Yeah, stay right there.
One enemy remaining.
Pull up.
Close right.
Last player standing.
40. No, I don't care. That's tough, yours.
One enemy remaining.
Us?
Let's go.
Now get loading. Dead.
I'm gonna play for that flank.
I'm trying my best.
Anyone?
Electrica. Here is
One enemy remaining.
lots of lamps. I'm gonna run.
Sorry.
Nice. The hunt.
On site, go. He
105 right now. Head to two.
Don't get
Okay. Towers and front the box.
One enemy remaining.
Nice. Last one's box. Definitely miss. You can blind. Try to fuse him. Oh, freak. Bro, you're freak.
Last player standing.
Nice.
I'm back.
I'm done.
Idiot.
Fucking watch.
Well,
Killed them.
Please don't yell at me. I don't do well under pressure.
Enemy remaining.
Viper.
One enemy remaining.
noise in the garage.
Spike down A. One enemy remaining.
Dumbass.
Stick it.
One in garage.
I'm back.
Damn.
They broke my
Spike.
Sewer.
Spike down A. One enemy remaining.
Nice. They're probably close.
Big teleport.
Oh, they're 100% C.
Die.
Thank you. Thank you, Charlie.
If we pull off this, then.
Hey, confidence. This is like a 90% mental game, bro. We're fine.
Yeah, okay, we got this. So our plan of attack is just rush.
What are our glitch?
Dead.
Here.
Careful.
Reloading.
Killed them. You're done.
Thrifty.
I'm back.
One enemy remaining.
I don't know what you want up. Chat's crazy, by the way.
Anyone else? Headshot.
One enemy remaining.
I don't fucking play this
Erase
bitch.
just- keep it on the sentry.
Don't get up.
You got so much time.
One enemy remaining. Last player.
Reason bullet.
Surprise. Idiot.
Last player standing.
My ult's
Wait.
ready.
Oh.
Try.
Ktabattero.
30 seconds left. One enemy remaining.
Guys, let's fucking go! Holy shit, dude! Woo! Bro. Oh. So, as you can see through the night, my consistency was significantly better than it has been in the past. I don't know if you guys have watched any of my streams, but you know, even just a week ago, it was very much, you know, hot cold, good game, bad game, good game, bad game. I was much more consistent here, very consistently good. There's a few games where I started out rough, which was the Fracture game and the Icebox game. I started out really rough, making bad decisions, bad plays, you know, doing not great. And then, you know, hunkering down, remembering and focusing on what I was learning, what I was trying to get better on, implementing that, and then managing to turn it around and pick it back up. So, you know, we went on like a 9-game winning streak with a draw at the very end in between the last 2 wins, which was insane. I went from bronze 2 to silver 2 in a day. It was crazy. So I felt much more confident in the way that I was playing here. And, you know, implementing the stuff that I had gotten from Skill Capped, seeing how it affected my gameplay, I can notice a difference. I mean, granted, this is day 1, so, you know, we still have about, you know, 30 days to see how it continues, but I'm really excited to see how it goes, to show you guys how it goes, and, you know, to see where I end up at the end of these 30 days. So, you know, make sure to hit subscribe so you can see when the next video comes out, see how we're doing, how I'm doing with the progression here, and see if, you know, maybe you guys can learn a few things from these videos as well. So, yeah, Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to drop a like, hit that notification button if you want to stay tuned on this series. I'm really excited for it. So, I will see you guys in the next one.